Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a fascinating and honestly completely invisible world, non-destructive testing, or NDT for short. If you've ever looked up at a massive skyscraper or a massive bridge and wondered how these gigantic industrial structures stay
NDT
standing
ensures
year after
safety
year
and
without just
reliability. It
suddenly
evaluates
failing,
materials
well, you're in
without
the right
causing
place.
damage.
We're gonna
Methods like
unpack
ultrasonic
exactly
and
how
radiographic
engineers
testing
diagnose the health
detect
of our
hidden
modern
defects
world.
instantly.
Let's kick things off by asking the exact same critical questions that engineers face literally every single day. They look at a massive pipeline and have to ask, is this still strong? Is it safe to use under extreme pressure? Or is there some hidden microscopic crack hiding inside a vital weld? When you've got human lives and billions of dollars on the line, you can't just cross your fingers and guess. You need absolute certainty. And hey, that is exactly where NDT comes to the rescue. By definition, non-destructive testing is a group of inspection techniques used to evaluate the condition, quality, or overall integrity of a material or structure. But here's the real kicker, the absolute most important part. They do all of this without damaging or destroying the object. NDT allows us to thoroughly test materials without breaking them, cutting them open, or permanently altering them in any way. It's a total game changer because it saves massive amounts of time and resources while guaranteeing our safety.
So, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with the concept of the doctor for machines, then walk through the diagnostic process. Explore 6 common NDT methods, look at some real-world applications, and finally, wrap up with why all of this matters so much.
All right, part 1, the doctor for machines.
I want you to think about it like this. NDT is basically a medical scan, but for machines and structures. I mean, when you go to the doctor with a stomach ache, they don't just instantly cut you open to see what's wrong, right? They use an X-ray or an MRI or an ultrasound. They diagnose your health non-destructively. An NDT inspector does the exact same thing. It's just that their patients happen to be massive industrial structures, high-pressure pipelines, and commercial aircraft. They diagnose the health of these machines to prevent catastrophic failures, keeping the equipment completely intact.
Moving right along to part 2, the diagnostic process.
The workflow for these mechanical checkups is actually incredibly logical. Step 1, you select your component. Maybe it's a giant pipe or a tiny spinning turbine blade. Step 2, you choose your method based on the material and what kind of defect you're hunting for. Step 3, and honestly, this is absolutely crucial, surface prep. You gotta clean off all the oil, dust, and rust, or your test is basically useless. Then, step 4, you actually apply the technique. Step 5 is gathering all that data, like images or digital wave signals. And finally, step 6 is the moment of truth, analysis, and the final decision. The inspector looks at the size, depth, and severity of the flaw and makes the call. Do we accept it, repair it, or completely reject it?
Which brings us to part 3, 6 common NDT methods.
So, what's actually inside the inspector's toolkit? Well, there are 6 main methods, and you can basically divide them into 2 buckets based on what they're looking for. Are we looking for visible, surface-level issues, or are we probing deep for hidden internal flaws? Each one has its own specific pros and cons depending on the job. Let's break these down.
Starting off with our surface-level tools, we've got visual testing, or VT. It's exactly what it sounds like, using your eyes, cameras, or maybe a magnifying glass to spot cracks or rust. It's the fastest and cheapest route, but obviously you're naturally limited to what you can actually see. But what if a crack is so tiny it's practically invisible? Well, that's where magnetic particle testing, or MPT, steps in. This is so cool. For magnetic materials like iron or steel, an inspector hits the part with a magnetic field and sprinkles on these super fine iron particles. If there's a crack, it messes with the magnetic field, and those particles magically gather right at the site of the defect, drawing a literal, visible line over the problem.
Now, this really highlights the difference between surface and internal testing. Dye penetrant testing, or DPT, involves wiping a brightly colored liquid dye all over a surface. That dye naturally seeps into any microscopic cracks. You wipe away the excess, spray on a developer, and boom, those hidden surface cracks brilliantly light up. Super sensitive, but again, surface only. Now contrast that with ultrasonic testing, or UT. This is where we go deep. UT fires high-frequency sound waves right into the material. If those sound waves hit a hidden internal crack, they bounce back early. It's basically sonar for metal, allowing the inspector to precisely measure internal flaws or material thickness. It's a total go-to for power plants and pipelines. Finally, we've got the heavy hitters. Radiographic testing, or RT, is quite literally a medical X-ray for machines. It uses X-rays or gamma rays to take a highly accurate picture of the internal structure on a piece of film or a digital sensor. It is incredibly precise, but yeah, it's expensive and you need some serious radiation safety gear. On the completely opposite side, there's eddy current testing, or ECT. This one uses electromagnetic induction to find surface cracks in conductive metals. The crazy part? It's lightning fast and totally contactless. You don't even have to touch the material to test it.
All right, on to part 4, real-world NDT applications. So where exactly are these tests happening in the real world? The short answer? Absolutely everywhere. In power plants, they're checking spinning turbine blades and high-pressure boiler tubes. Out in the oil and gas fields, they're scanning thousands of miles of pipeline and massive storage tanks. Aerospace, they're actively testing the wings and fuselage of the exact airplane you fly in. It's in construction, making sure the bridges we drive across and the steel inside skyscrapers are safe. It's even in the auto industry, checking the welds on your car's chassis. NDT is this massive, invisible safety net covering pretty much every major industry you can think of.
Which leads us to our final section, Part 5, Why NDT Matters.
When you catch a hidden defect early, before it turns into a catastrophic failure, you're doing way more than just checking a quality control box on an assembly line. NDT actively extends the lifespan of our infrastructure, meaning we aren't constantly forced to rebuild bridges or replace pipelines. It saves an incalculable amount of money by preventing downtime. But really, at the end of the day, the biggest and most important takeaway is that it improves everyday safety and prevents devastating accidents. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to hold on to that central metaphor we started with. NDT is a medical scan for our machines. These incredible, scientifically advanced techniques, whether it's magnetic particles or high-frequency sound waves, are working around the clock to keep our industrial world perfectly healthy, and they're doing it all without leaving a single scratch on the patient. I'll leave you with this one final thought. The next time you drive across a towering steel bridge, or settle into your seat on a commercial flight, or even just flip a light switch powered by some distant turbine, ask yourself, what invisible, high-frequency sound waves or electromagnetic fields or penetrating X-rays were used to guarantee your safety today? Our modern world is quite literally held together by unseen forces, and now you know exactly how we keep an eye on them.